It's good to have your company. I'll get to the weather in a moment. I wanted to speak to Natalie Ward, the New South Wales Minister for Sport, Multiculturalism, Seniors and Veterans. She's on the line right now. Minister, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ray. Great to be with you.
Nice to talk to you. Now, on a positive note, before we get to other news that we'll have to discuss with you, we've got announcements about this Matildas game where crowds will increase. Tell us about that.
So excited, Ray. I've been harassing and haranguing the health advisors to let us open this game up. Everyone's done the hard yards getting their vaccinations, and I'm delighted to say that last night an exemption was secured, so we can have 75% capacity for the Matildas and Brazil game. So we've got up from 5,000 to 22,500 people live in person to watch the Matildas play.
So we've got 22,500 up from... That's fantastic. Now, I noticed a plea from the Socceroos coach, Graham Arnold, in light of the loss to Japan. And he's asking for the same sort of exemptions. Now, and by the way, that's at Bankwest Stadium, of course, the 22,500. It was Bankwest. Now it's, of course, renamed as Combank Stadium. But he's asking for the same sort of exemptions for the next match they have, the Socceroos. And that will happen, I guess, as well?
We're working really hard on that. I was delighted yesterday to be able to secure the Matildas, and I think given the great way that we've been able to ensure that these games will be COVID safe, they've got a COVID safe plan, all of the people attending will be going in and out the gates closest to their seats. We'll make sure that we're minimising unnecessary movement. That augurs well for the next stage, which I'm really advocating hard for as well, of course.
Okay, well, as soon as we hear from you on that matter, we'll go ahead. Now, the other matter, which I hadn't planned to talk to you about, but you are the Minister for Multiculturalism, and I think your federal counterpart said, pleading the Home Affairs Minister, Karen Andrews, with the Islamic community to not have the Taliban as part of this so-called webinar on Saturday. I believe you'll also talk to various Islamic bodies today about the invitation of the two members of the Taliban to appear, not in Australia, but appear from Afghanistan as something that they should steer away from. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I've secured that this morning, Ray. I was absolutely appalled by that announcement by the Australian Federation of Islamic Councils that it would host those two speakers from the Taliban. I just was absolutely outraged. Immediately I heard, I rang and spoke with them directly this morning and said that this needs to be shut down, and they've agreed to do that. It should not go ahead. The event has been cancelled. They've assured me that it is not going ahead because I just said that, at this time it's just incredibly insensitive. What we're trying to do is promote harmony here in Australia and New South Wales, and that is not something we encourage. So I have spoken with them. They have agreed to shut that down. All
right, well done. No need to do anything about that. You've acted very quickly, and I congratulate on you, and I congratulate the Australian Federation of Islamic Councils for taking a call and deciding to do the right thing as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think it's really important that, at this time we want a peaceful future for the country of Afghanistan. Our priority is to support those people over there who've suffered and found peace and security here in Australia, and particularly in New South Wales. So we've gone all out to wrap around them, and we don't want to undo that great work. So, it was really important to get onto that quickly and make sure that we're sensitive about that, and that's been done, so I welcome that as well.
Okay, thanks, Minister. That's all we need you for. I appreciate your time.
Thanks very much, Ray.
Natalie Ward, Minister for Sport, Multiculturalism, Seniors and Veterans. Gee, she didn't muck about. She got that done quickly.